Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to deconstruct a real successful statement of purpose. We're going to break down the exact strategy and storytelling that makes an application not just good, but an absolute winner.
So we're going to look at this whole thing as the applicant's journey. This way, we can turn what's usually a dry, formal paper into a really compelling narrative, a story with an origin, a quest, and a vision. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll see exactly how to craft your own powerful story.
Okay, here's our game plan. We're moving through 6 key stages, from building that initial story all the way to nailing down the practical details. Each step is a crucial piece of the puzzle.
All right, let's dive right in. Every great journey has an origin story, right? The very beginning of your statement has to establish not just who you are, but what really, truly drives you.
The applicant, Sonatui, does this brilliantly. Instead of some generic intro, she immediately grounds her story in her personal values. This one line does so much work. It makes her relatable, it connects her leadership skills to her life experience, and it shows the admissions committee that her ambition comes from a really deep place.
Okay, so she set the stage. Now, how does she prove she's actually ready for this journey? Well, any good story needs evidence, and in an application, your accomplishments are the milestones that show you've got what it takes.
First up, bam, a perfect 4.0 CGPA. This isn't just a good grade, it's a hard, undeniable number. It's a powerful, clean data point that immediately screams academic excellence and just sets the bar super high for everything else.
But she doesn't stop there. She immediately backs it up with 2 gold medals. Now, this is a really smart move. It takes her from just being a good student to being a recognized top-tier performer in her field. It adds that layer of prestige.
And then, this is the masterstroke. This is what shows she's not just the student, but a scholar. 4 first-authored publications. For a PhD application, this is the ultimate proof. It shows she's not just absorbing knowledge, she's actually creating it.
Look, having great achievements is one thing, but explaining the why behind your choices, that's just as important. This next part is all about showing the strategic thinking that guided you.
And check this out. She doesn't just say, I want to go to Australia. No way. She lays out this clear, strategic evaluation, putting it side by side with the USA and UK. This shows her choice wasn't just a whim. It was a calculated decision based on costs, funding, and the academic scene.
And she goes even deeper by dropping in specific data on university rankings, government scholarships, and even student protection laws. She's sending a really clear message. I've done my homework. I'm serious. That level of detail just builds incredible credibility. This brings us right to the heart of the story. This is where that personal motivation from the beginning connects directly with her academic and professional goals. This is her mission statement.
You know, every application, one way or another, has to answer this fundamental question. What's the point of all this? Why do you need this degree right now to achieve what you want to achieve?
And wow, her answer is it's incredibly powerful. It's not some generic thing like to get a good job. She directly connects her PhD to solving real-world problems in her home country. This takes her ambition from being a personal goal to a mission with real purpose, which makes her a way more compelling candidate.
Then, watch how she zooms in. She goes from the country right down to the specific university. She proves that Deakin isn't just a good choice, it's the only choice for her. She even names specific supervisors and, here's the kicker, mentions their enthusiasm for her project. That shows she's already in the door, seen as a valued collaborator.
You know, a classic hero's journey isn't over until they come back home with what they've learned to share. This section is so critical, especially for things like visas, because it shows she has a concrete plan to do exactly that.
What's so smart about this is how clear it is. Her future isn't some vague dream, it's a concrete 2-step action plan. By spelling out specific roles in both academia and the development world, she shows she has a strategic vision for making a real impact. It proves she's a planner, not just a dreamer.
Okay, last part. To get the green light, you've got to show this whole plan is actually doable, right? It has to be grounded in reality. This final section just knocks out any lingering doubts about the practical side of things. And this is how she handles the money question. Just head on with this simple but really powerful table. By laying out the fully funded scholarship she's already secured, she completely erases any financial concerns. But more than that, it shows the university has already invested big time in her. And then, for the finishing touch, she ties up every single loose end. She confirms her living situation, says she understands the visa rules, and states her commitment to the community. This isn't just filler. It's a final assurance that shows she's mature, responsible, and ready to hit the ground running.
So when you see all these pieces come together like this, it's pretty clear, right? The big takeaway is this: stop treating your application like a list of facts. Start treating it like the story of your journey. So the only real question left is, what story are you going to tell?
I really hope this breakdown helps you find the compelling story that's already there in your own achievements. Go out there and craft that winning journey. Thanks for watching.